Hello, America. Can you hear me in the back? Hello, Hudson. Hello, North Hudson. Hello, River Falls. And Stillwater. And New Richmond. And Bayport. And St. Croix Falls. And too many other small towns to mention. Hello, Minnesota. Hello, Canada. Canada, if you can hear me, we're sorry. We're sorry for our corrupt and stupid federal government. We're gonna fix this. Elbows up. Canada, teach us how to do that. Hudson, would you like to hear the 3 funniest words in the English language? Trump Presidential Library. Are you kidding me? And there's this. How many presidential libraries do you know that have a Boeing 747? Zero? Well, where would you even park it? Is it some kind of bookmobile with wings and radar? Hello, South Dakota. I need to tell you that your former Governor Kristi Noem said before a U.S. Congressional Committee on May 20th, she was asked if she could define habeas corpus, and her answer was, and I quote, "Habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country." And I say no. That's wrong. That's not habeas corpus. That's habeas dumbass. It's not habeas corpus. It's habeas handcuff us. South Dakota, can you hear me? It's time to take your girl, Kristi Noem, home. Take her home. Hello, Iowa. May 30th, U.S. Senator Joni Ernst told a town hall meeting in response to concerns over Medicaid cuts, "We're all going to die, for heaven's sakes, folks." She said that. Congressional Budget Office recently projected that House Republicans' big, beautiful changes to Medicaid would leave close to 16 million more Americans uninsured. And what happens when you don't have health insurance?
You die.
Well, I can tell you this, you move up Joni Ernst's list. Iowa, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, it's time to take your Joni home. Take her home. You know what? If they've got $45 million for a military parade in Washington, D.C., they got enough money for Medicaid. I'm into quotations today. George Washington, founder of our country, wrote this: "A pack of jackasses led by a lion is superior to a pack of lions led by a jackass." Hello, Louisiana. Now, people of Hudson, let's bow our heads in prayer, shall we? We'll pray, praise Jesus, We in Congress have successfully voted to take food and health care from poor people to benefit the rich. Oh, praise Republican Jesus. Amen. Now lift up your heads and know this. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, will lead us out of our compassionate folly. But I say this, Louisiana, it's time to take your Moses Mike home. Take him home. And speaking of religion, here's a quote from the new Pope, Leo XIV. He said, because this church, as long as I breathe, will be a home for the homeless and a rest for the weary, God doesn't need soldiers, he needs brothers and sisters. And he said, you, yes you're one of them. Governor Tim Walz had this to say about you-know-who. He said, the story of Trump's second term is already clear to all of us. Everything this guy does has two motivations. It's either cruelty or corruption. Ripping away your health care, that's cruelty. Cutting taxes for his billionaire buddies, that's corruption. Tariffs, blowing up all our budgets and destroying small businesses, that's cruelty. A free jet from Qatar, that's corruption. Disappearing people off our streets, that's the cruelty. Tim went on to say, Trump's executive orders carry about the same quality of constitutional authority as a ransom note. Alongside Governor Walz, let's hear from Tony Evers. Tony said, we live in the United States of America, folks. We are a country of laws. The rule of law matters. Following the law matters in this country. The federal government doesn't get to abuse its power to threaten everyday Americans in this country. But now, Hudson, listen up. Because I want to tell you about a man who has become public enemy number one on Donald Trump's hate list. I do not refer to the world's richest buffoon. No, I'm referring to a good man, a man who has been singing my life story for 50 years. Bruce Springsteen. Bruce said, the last check on power after the checks and balances of government have failed are the people, you and me. It's the union of people around a common set of values now. That's all that stands between a democracy and authoritarianism. So at the end of the day, all we've got is each other. He went on, the American I've sung to you for about 50 years is real, and regardless of its faults is a great country with a great people, so we will survive this moment. Do you want to hear what Trump said in response? Of course you don't. But here it is. He said, quote, this dried out prune of a rocker ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into the country. Then we'll all see how it goes for him. Speaking of Bruce Springsteen, makes me think about Bob Dylan, who sang this to us in June of 1966. He's not selling any alibis. As you stare into the vacuum of his eyes and say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel? I'll tell you, people of Hudson, people of America, I'm a little bit afraid. Or maybe a little more than afraid. For my country, for my family, for my finances, for my future. I'm afraid for our women, afraid for our little ones, afraid for immigrants, afraid for our deportees. I'm afraid for our black and brown people, for our LGBT people, for our native brothers and sisters, afraid for our farmers and teachers and our elders, afraid for our judges and journalists and artists and street corner truth tellers. Maybe you are a bit afraid too. Maybe our friends and neighbors who are not here today are also afraid. They should be afraid. I believe Bruce is right in saying all we've got is each other, but that's a lot. That's a lot, each other. So I'm going to stand up with you, and I need you to stand up with me. And we're going to fight. Are you going to fight? Yeah. Are you? Yeah. I need you, by God. I need you now. And we're going to fix this thing. Yes? Yes? Yes! Yes! In closing, thanks for coming here today. It means everything. Thanks for being fighters. Now I want to take a page from Oprah Winfrey's book. I want to give you a ridiculously expensive gift. Yes, I want to give you a Boeing 747. I've asked some young people to help me with this. You got a 747, and you get a 747, and you get a 747. Thank you all.